Anytime you're afraid of what God desires or what God wills for your future, the root of that is you don't trust him as much as you think you do. And why don't you trust him? Well, it's the same reason you don't trust other people. You don't know them. The people you trust in your life are people you know. And so it goes this way. You don't trust God if you don't really know him, and the more you know him, the more you're going to learn to trust him. And thank God, he's so gracious and long-suffering and patient. You remember the man that said to Jesus said, "Do you believe?" And he said, "I believe, help thou mine unbelief." It's kind of like, sort of, a little bit, not sure if I believe, but he said, "Help me." And that's where the power is. So if you are in this place of distrust and fear, maybe your reaction, your gut reaction, it's not a thoughtful reaction, by the way, it's an emotional reaction. I don't want God's will. That's an intrusion into my life, into my plans, into my ideas. Now here's the problem with that, is we really give our imaginations incredible authority and power in our lives, and then we really undervalue and underweigh God's knowledge, God's wisdom, God's generosity, God's love, God's heart, how good he really is. So here it is. Not a single one of us in this room knows what's going to happen when we leave this room today. None of us has any control of the future. You can make some decisions of what to eat for lunch and which route to take home and what to do with your afternoon and evening. I get it, but you still have no control over the events of the future. And if you just look back to your previous plans, none of them happened the way you thought they were gonna. And so why do we still trust our imaginations? That our plans are gonna happen exactly how we imagine them. You know why we put trust there? Because we feel, it's a self-delusion. We feel like we're in control of those. But when we give over to God, suddenly we lose control. We lose autonomy. Here's the problem. You don't have control anyway. So why wouldn't you want to lose control to the God who loves you and says, "I know the future, and I'm holding all things together by my will, and I will guide and teach and direct and provide and lead and make your life have meaning and joy and flourishing"? Why wouldn't we move away from distrust and fear? Why do we value our will more than his?